Mic check 1 2. You know the vibes. Regular Mike, aka El Snacko, aka Young Trail Mix, aka Kodak Snack, aka what am I missing? I think that's it, man. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that for now. But we here, man.
You got a long.
You know what I'm saying? A little late. Can you hear me? I got a guest with me, y'all. I got a guest. Say something, guest.
Oh, what's up? This is Vi. I don't have any AKAs or BKAs. It's just Vi.
That's it. You keeping it simple?
Yeah, it's simple. Simple and sweet.
All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all about Vi. Vi is a movie buff, okay? Vi has an Instagram at Vi's Film Reviews. Vi_films film_reviews.
Yes, sir.
Instagram, and she does videos about films.
Yes.
So I said, listen, this was a very important weekend in movie history. You know what I'm saying? Very important film was finally released in theaters.
Oh man.
And we gonna talk about it, man. I had to get somebody to talk to about it. You know what I mean? So Vi's here. Vi, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. I appreciate you. But I have a question. How long were you waiting to buy your tickets when it went on sale?
I ain't gonna front. I caught my joint. I caught it last minute.
Word? You in my
last minute. So much so that I had to watch it in 3D.
Me too. I don't recommend
see?
it. I don't recommend 3D because it's not necessary. But if that's all you could get, I mean, you get in where you fit in. Pause.
All right, well, listen, man. If the people don't know what we're talking about by now, you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. We talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. Finally hit theaters.
Yes.
And before we even get into the movie, I want to send a big shout out and a big thank you to the Timeline Terrorists, because this is one of the first times I didn't see no spoilers online.
Yo, people respected it. I applaud. Clap, clap.
Yo, that's real.
I applaud.
No, that's real, because I was like, listen, I want to see this movie, and I got to see it immediately because I don't want the Timeline Terrorists. That's what I call them. I don't want the Timeline Terrorists to spoil it for me. You know what I'm saying? So I went to see it Thursday at 10 o'clock after a long day of work too. But I had to make it happen. And you know what? I enjoyed the movie.
It was worth it. It was definitely worth the hour and a half I waited online to get my ticket.
On what line?
Online.
Outside?
No, online.
You saw it in IMAX?
It's the app. On my app, I was online to get my tickets. Like, it told me I had like an hour and a half wait before it was my turn to now try.
Are you kidding me? When did you buy your tickets?
The night at midnight. At midnight, it went on sale like 2 weeks ago, I want to say. And
wow,
it was midnight hit. I was on it. I was on my AMC app. I was on my Regal app, but I ended up getting AMC 3D. I had to go all the way to Roosevelt Field.
That's not bad.
It's not. I wanted the Fresh Meadows one, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm not complaining. And like I said, and like we said, we saw it in 3D. Not necessary, but IMAX. You gotta see it in IMAX.
Yeah, IMAX is ideal. All right, so listen, Vi's Film Reviews in the house. Where we gonna start? Because a lot happened in this movie.
Well, how about this? When it comes to all the Marvel movies, where do you see yourself putting that movie? Because truth be told, I think Civil War and Winter Soldier, I can never tell which one goes above which, but I will say that this Spider-Man, it's those three. Those are my top threes right there.
So give me your top three again.
Winter Soldier.
In order.
Oh, I don't know how to put it in order, dude.
Nah, I got my shit in order. I'm ready.
I bust it. Winter Soldier.
1980s slang.
Winter Soldier, Civil War, Spider-Man, and then Black Panther.
Now, we just gonna keep it at 3, man. All right.
Well, I had to shout out, Wakanda Forever.
All right, I ain't knocking it. Well, listen, for me, Infinity War is tops.
Okay.
Spider-Man is 2. Winter Soldier is 3.
You put this at
before I guess this is like the lead in. One of my favorite parts of Spider-Man No Way Home is the amount of villains in the movie, because that's the thing that all of my favorites have in common. The villains are like, damn near the star. You know what I'm saying? So what they have 4 or 5 villains in this joint?
Oh yeah, that's. I was about to say, wait, you're spoiling it, but never mind, my fault.
Nah, spoilers. Listen,
No,
spoiler alert. There's gonna be spoilers in this video.
definitely
Sorry.
spoilers. So we had
We're
Sam.
recording this on a late night on a Monday. Like if you ain't saw it, if you haven't seen it by now, it's on you, man.
Yeah, you
That's
ain't
it.
care that much. You ain't care that much.
That's a fact.
So we
That's a
have
whole fact.
Sandman, Goblin, Electro.
Sandman was like a semi-villain
Oh, he's a
because he was
villain, though. So you got Sandman,
okay.
Goblin, Doc Ock, and Electro. Like I still don't know his name. What that mean?
Electro.
Okay.
Electro.
All right.
So how many was that?
The only black villain.
J. Jonah Jameson is damn near a villain too in this movie, man.
Oh, he's
Way he was acting.
yo, definitely. He was on him hard. Like, yo, be easy. Did he not sign an
Yo,
autograph
off the
for
rip.
you? Did he not take a selfie with you? Like, dude, why you acting like this?
My man came in out the gate, like the first 5 minutes of the movie, he snitching out the gate. Like, what we doing? What we doing, man? But Spider-Man, No Way Home, man. Listen, first of all, I rock with Spider-Man because he from Queens.
Queens.
You know what I'm saying? Queens all day long. I don't know if you heard. You see my man Spidey chilling right here.
Yep.
You see I got another one right here with the El Snacko shit on. Spider-Man, man. What's the matter with y'all, man?
Your favorite?
Nah, he ain't my favorite. My favorite is Batman, but we talking Spider-Man today.
All right, let's stay in the Marvel.
We gonna stay in the Marvel. I don't even know what the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes, you said it right.
All right, so I'm gonna let you set it off. What was your favorite parts of the movie?
Oh man, it was the dialogue and the
See what I'm saying? Vaz Film Reviews. The dialogue, like that's some Vaz Film Review shit right there.
Cause to be totally honest, I felt like they were planting Easter eggs and they was giving you like they were throwing you like alleys of the storylines that might be coming or could be coming, or you know what I mean? So I love the fact that when Jamie Foxx finally got cured at the end and he was like, yo, to Andrew Garfield, he was like,
Wait,
oh yeah,
you're getting ahead of yourself. You getting ahead of yourself.
my fault. So first of all, shout out to the fact that my Spider-Man was there, our kid's Spider-Man was there, and now the new Spider-Man was there. So it was like I was feeling all of that. All of that nostalgia was just I started to tear up. I teared up. I ain't even going front.
All right, so listen, going into the movie, you already had an idea that all of them was going to be in it, right?
Okay. It was always something that people said, but you know how they do. You never know. So I went in there saying it would be nice, but I don't know if that's who will show up. So I will say
I'll say I kind of knew it just because it's like it was so much not spoilers, but damn, what's the word I'm looking for? It was so many, it was a lot of talk. You know what I'm saying? I was like, there's no way it's this much talk and they're not gonna have. But I was looking to see how they was gonna incorporate the three of them. And I must say they did a good job.
So since I got ahead of myself, let me start in the beginning. First of all, when Peter Parker brought his friends to Doctor Strange house,
right?
He was, when I forgot his name, his best friend, the dude.
I don't remember my man's name.
Yeah, but with him, he was telling Doctor Strange, like my grandmama or my mama or somebody was telling me how I might have powers. So that right there was like dropping a little, giving you a little something that.
I missed that.
So yeah, I didn't really pay attention to when he said that. So the fact that he said that early on, and then to see how he was able to do that, that's how they tied it in to make it not seem like, yo, where did this come from? So you missed that.
I missed that. You know what it was? The 3D had me a little twisted. I ain't gonna front. Like it took me a legit like 30 minutes to get used to the 3D shit because it's just a lot going on. And I could have watched it without the glasses, but
nah, you have to. It's almost like,
what's the point, man?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. So that
I missed that. That's a good call.
So what else?
That's a good call.
So it was that, and then it was the fact of this was something I saw. I don't know where I saw it, but what's his name? Iron Man. Iron Man had said to Doctor Strange a few movies back when he had called him by a name, and then Iron Man looked at him and said, "I'll allow that." So it was like a callback when Steven told Spider-Man to call me, we saved the world together. Call me
Yeah.
Steven. And then he said, okay, Steven. And he said, I'll allow that.
Down.
That was a callback.
Yeah. Okay, I miss. See what I'm saying? That's why I called you in on this because you be seeing shit that I ain't see. I'm a casual. I ain't gonna front.
That
I'm a casual movie. Like you be seeing shit in 3D. No pun intended. Pun intended, maybe.
was cool.
It wasn't on purpose.
It was a double
It wasn't on
entendre.
purpose.
I see you.
No, but that I liked Spider-Man's relationship with Doctor Strange. They had very good dialogue. You see me, right? They had very good dialogue in the movie. You know what I'm saying? It was at no point in this movie was I like bored, which was good. Because the running time was what, 2 hours and 38. You had boring periods?
So it started off nice because of the whole everybody in the world knows who he is. Then
Started out the gate.
and then it came back down when it was on like, oh, woe is me, woe is me. And then it went back
Yeah.
up when we got introduced to the villains on the bridge, well, on the highway. And then it
Right.
came back down as it was all about trying to pick up the pieces and find a cure and being the good person that he wants to be, that his aunt was trying to get him to be. And then boom, once he realized that Goblin was on some Two-Face shit, that's when it got on and popping. It was like
Yo, listen.
it took off from there.
It got crazy. It got crazy. It got crazy kind of fast too. Like you said, out the gate, they started with the calamity, for lack of a better word.
Great word.
But the movie was long as hell, and it didn't feel long. Pause, just in case.
Like once it got popping, you didn't want it to end because it depends on how much you knew going in. Sony wants Spider-Man back. So, it's like a relationship going bad and the divorce is happening.
Mm,
So, where is this going? Are we saying goodbye to everybody that we knew and loved? Because when Sony gets their hands on this, and if Marvel is not a part of it, the story's gonna suck. No offense,
it is.
but Andrew Garfield's was not that popping, and that was all Sony. You know what I mean? But the Tobey Maguire and the Tom Holland, Marvel was a part of it, which is why I think their stories were so good. Minus
Right.
Spider-Man 3, but we let that slide.
Spider-Man 3 was horrible.
We let that slide though. That's like the little brother that's annoying, but you love him anyway.
It's like why y'all gotta make Spider-Man 3 when my man got the black suit terrible? Like, why he couldn't get his shit off in the black suit and be fly? Like, why he had to be goofy in the black suit? I ain't like that.
I ain't even gonna go
I
there with
took
you.
that personal.
I'm not gonna go there with you.
I took that personal, man. Why my man gotta be looking like, you know what I mean? Goof man of the century with the black suit on. But anyway, back to Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay, so
I was rather surprised when the scene came up where they started to to incorporate the three of the Spider-Mans.
so
When he opened that first portal, I was like, oh wait, this is it. Cause I didn't know, like, I was surprised. Like, I knew they all was gonna be in it, but I was still surprised.
but
And
you didn't know
it
how
was it
they
was
were
it was
gonna
exciting.
incorporate it. Yeah.
Right.
Like I
It
said,
was
when they
exciting.
dropped that bomb, when he said, my auntie thinks I have magic powers or whatever, I think that's when that's probably how some people probably picked up on it. But that was dope. That was dope to have him just accidentally doing that, and then it worked.
Word.
I loved how
That was
Andrew.
fire.
I loved how Andrew Garfield played a good. I'm in another universe, but I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So why is it that
Hmm.
I would not believe in another universe? You know what I mean? So it's not like he was all like, "What's going on? Where am I?" No, he pretty much was like, "Oh, this is real. All right, cool," and that was it. Like there was no trying to explain to him everything that was going on. And I thought it was cool how nobody believed who he was, so he had to do like little things to be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's me."
Hold on to the ceiling and all that. And then they brought my man Toby in with his regular clothes on. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I love that.
The reason why I thought that was dope was because I always thought Toby was a good Peter Parker, and I thought Andrew Garfield did a good job of playing more. He was a better Spider-Man than he was a Peter Parker,
So you know
in my
why
opinion.
that's dope what you just said? because Tobey Maguire did come in as Peter Parker and Andrew Garfield came in as Spider-Man. So
That's what I'm trying to
that's
tell
dope
you.
how you feel like that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know if that was a consensus amongst the fans, but to me, because Andrew Garfield, he was very like witty and quick in his
Hmm.
movie. You know what I'm saying? He was more the jokey because I read Spider-Man comics, so I'm familiar with the character.
Okay.
But Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, he turned it on. He turned the drama on when it came to Peter and his relationship with Mary Jane and all that. That's where he really hung his hat in the first three movies. So I thought it was dope how they pulled them into the movie, one as Peter Parker, one as Spider-Man. That was fly.
It
That was
was.
fly shit.
It was.
That was fly, man.
I love the part where they was all talking, all three of the Spider-Mans, and he
Yeah.
said, I think it was they were talking to the fans because everybody knows that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man did not get as many reviews or good reviews as Toby and Tom. So the fact that he
Yeah.
was like, nah, I'm whack. And then Toby was like, no, you're amazing. You
Yeah,
are
that was fire.
amazing. I love that. And then I love the fact that it was a double entendre. Like, he was the amazing Spider-Man, but also we all know you were whack. But to be honest, we're going to accept you anyway because you Spider-Man and you didn't really suck at it. We blame the writers, not you. So it's not you. You're amazing. It was the writers that sucked, so to
Don't
speak.
call him whack though.
But
He did. I mean, the movie was wide. The movie was. I
so
mean,
once again,
I'ma chill.
he
I'ma
was
chill.
he was amazing. It was the writers that sucked. It was probably too many hands in the pot trying to please too many people, and all it did
Yeah.
was dilute the quality of the movie. So what can you do?
Blame the studio. When all else fails, blame the studio.
Especially when the acting was superb.
All right. So now that we at the part where they done brought in the three Spider-Mans,
Hmm.
this is probably around where the movie got dark.
It did take a
It was a lot of darkness in this movie. Did you notice that? I'm talking about like literally like night scenes and shit. Like it seemed like when the movie went dark, it was nighttime.
okay.
And then as the movie came back up in spirit, the sun rose. I don't know if that was like a
The dawn.
ironic thing.
Well, it's darkest before the dawn, so I get it.
I'm trying to get on my VOD film reviews, trying to see,
See what you
you
did.
know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see extra shit.
No, that was good. So let's before we even get into the villain scene, I think the scene that really got me is his aunt.
You was crying?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't see that coming?
No, because when I saw the first movie, the first one was Homecoming, right? That was first. I wondered
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Homecoming. I
Yeah.
noticed that nobody said with great power comes great responsibilities. But with so many movies between them, I didn't realize it again until she said it. And I was like, oh, there it
Yeah,
is.
she finna die.
Oh. But I knew she was dead the moment I saw the little thing, the hoverboard or whatever that was, because he would stay killing people with that. There was no way
Yeah.
that went through and didn't poke her. So I knew she was dead.
Nah.
I thought
Once
it
she
was
said
a
that,
scene.
once she said that line, I said, "Oh, she dead."
Yeah, yeah,
You was in there crying?
I was
How many times you cried?
a good three,
What?
a good three.
Tighten your shit up, man.
What? It was all the feels for me, man. It was the feels.
Tighten
I
up,
was
man.
even in
You
the
in there.
theater like, yeah, when Toby came out, like I was like, yes,
Word.
hell yeah.
What kind of crowd? You know what?
Yeah.
Let's get off the movie for a second. What kind of crowd did you have in your theater?
Oh my God, this guy behind me, I felt like he was on the phone commenting on the movie. He wouldn't shut up.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that a couple places.
But then what surprised me was, that he was black.
I'm not surprised. Niggas
I
be
was.
talking.
Nah, son, the way he was talking, I thought that wasn't for us.
Oh, you talking about his vernacular? He was using certain words that you was just like, nah,
I'm
and
just
you turned
saying,
around.
the way he was going at it too, like it was continuous. It wasn't like during the heightened scenes or something, but no, he was literally commenting. I was like, yo, dude, like, what are you
Did
doing?
anybody shush him?
Nah. And then I didn't want to be the one to, because then the people I was with, they was gonna have to stand up for me. So I was just like,
You ain't want to scrap to break out in the middle of Spider-Man.
A part of me just wanted to hold the popcorn and act like I was scared and just go like that real quick.
Oh, that'd have been gangster shit right there. I didn't have any commentary when I saw it, but I had a very like cheerful crowd. Like they was clapping and like when Andrew Garfield came on the screen, it was like a roar in the theater. I was like, yo, they into this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, oh, all right, relax, relax.
A part of me did
Niggas be too cool.
a part of me did hope that when he went to open the door, we would see a black boy.
You know what?
And
Since you brought
then
that up, I
it
might as well get
closed.
into it.
And then
I
it
might as well
closed.
get
That's what
into it.
I was hoping for that, but whatever.
I might as well get into it. I got to get into my beefs with the movie, man.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. First of all, I'll say what I liked about the movie. Obviously, the villains. I mentioned that
Hmm.
there was some decent humor. Um, Spider-Man's from Queens. I mentioned that, and I appreciated the darkness in the movie. Because all of my favorite Marvel movies has like a sense of darkness because the villains are strong, and it seems like they may prevail. But I didn't like that Miles Morales wasn't in it. Like he could have threw it, like he could have swung from somewhere or something. They could have put something in there. Like let
Oh,
my man eat.
did you notice Tom Holland was wearing MJ1s?
Yeah, that was a big thing online.
Oh, was it? I didn't see.
Yeah,
I actively was like trying not to watch anything, but I noticed that immediately. I was like, okay, I'm wondering if this is like a little shout out to MM. So
that was a big thing online with Spider Man, and because Spider Man, not to take you to my world, the sneaker world.
okay,
Spider Man had his own Jordan 1 when Into the Spider Verse came out. They released
the red and black.
yeah, no, it was white. It was more white and red
Okay,
than red and black, but it had like Spider Man details. I'll send you a picture.
so that's probably like $1,000 on gold or something.
But yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I think it was an Air Jordan 1 origin story. It was called.
Ooh, it's a great
Yeah, it had like icy soles. It was a decent shoe. I mean, I wouldn't wear it because I like OG colorways. But anyway, I ain't gonna take you too far from base. Let me bring it
I don't
back a
want to
little. Let
interject
me
just
bring it
yet.
back.
I don't
Bring
want
it
to
back a little bit.
interject. So you were saying about what else you didn't like about the movie before I.
All right, so boom, Miles Morales. I ain't like that.
Hmm.
I also ain't like the fact that let's just advance it. Obviously, we know Spider-Man prevails, right?
We know what?
Spider-Man prevails.
Oh
He wins,
yeah, yes.
right? So I'm gonna just take you to the part where he was talking to MJ about how she's not gonna remember him,
Hmm.
and they went through their whole lovey-dovey and all that funny shit, right? First thing that come to my mind is, damn, she gonna forget this man. He ain't even hit yet. Like, at least he get a chance to hit first, so he know what it's like. Now he got to start from scratch.
It's cool. He hit in a different timeline,
You think so?
in a different multiverse, I should say.
Like, damn, it's like that.
Nah, he's still hitting it to this day. So anyway,
I mean, and then I was like, you know what? Let me chill because they high school students and shit. Like, let me
yeah,
chill
they're
because I
promoting.
always look at them as adults.
They're promoting abstinence.
Man, listen, they was making out like a motherfucker on top of that. Where was they at?
Not really. Every time they tried to kiss and having a moment, it was always interrupted. You didn't notice that? Happy interrupted them
Yeah.
when they was on FaceTime. The friend interrupted them when they finally got alone time upstairs. So it was always just something cutting them off from.
Nah, we gotta talk about Happy and May's relationship too, though.
Yeah, why they make Happy so clingy?
Yeah, like, come on, B. Like, come on. What Happy wasn't delivering?
he was he wasn't given enough happy endings.
You feel me? Like, why they do Happy like that, man? And then they moved into the crib with him and shit. It was weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Then she died. They did Happy dirty in this movie.
I mean, he'll be alright. He'll be alright.
They did Happy. Happy lost a lot of people, man. Happy lost Iron Man, and he lost his shorty. Happy he might turn the villain route. He lost Spider-Man too. Now that I think about it, because Spider-Man died, but he came back.
He
Oh,
doesn't
nah,
know. He doesn't
Happy is a bad. He's bad luck, man.
know.
Niggas die around Happy. I ain't fucking with Happy, man. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like.
I liked everything. Like it wasn't too much I didn't like, except for the fact of Nothing. I can't think of nothing I didn't like.
Word?
Yeah.
Cause listen, if y'all don't know, at Vi's Film Reviews, okay, Vi, she don't mind being critical. Telling you right now.
There was
You know what I'm saying?
I almost got upset when I thought it was going to be Jamie Foxx's character that was going to turn bad first, and I was like, they're going to make the black man be the first one.
Here we go.
Like, come on, come on. You got the sand dude. What is he supposed to be like? Brown. So he's also soft and everything. I was like, oh, so he's a softie. All right, but then you're gonna have the dark man be the real bad guy. Megavolt over here, like, all right, no problem. But then it ended up being Goblin. I was like, all right, there we go.
I didn't know. I didn't know that's where they was going with that. That was a surprise to me. I didn't know Goblin was going to be like the super villain.
It makes sense though.
It does.
It
It does.
definitely
I
makes.
actually had no clue where they was going with the villain. So I was kind of like surprised when Doc Ock was actually he had a little turn where he was normal before everybody else.
Why? Why did that surprise you? Because somebody else said that too. Because if you remember in Spider-Man 2, what happened with Doc Ock in this movie makes perfect sense because he realized what he was doing, and he
Mm,
sacrificed himself to save the world or whatever the case may be. So it only
okay.
was right that Peter Parker fixed the thing in the back of his neck to allow him to be good again because that's exactly what happened. So that was perfect. I'm actually with that. He was always supposed to turn back good. So that was very fitting. But what I understood was Jamie Foxx because he was a nobody. He was invisible. With
Yeah.
his powers came attention that he never saw. Even though he was a genius and stuff like that, it didn't matter because he was a punk. You know what I mean? He was getting pushed around. Now, who wants to go back to that? So I understood that immediately that he does not want to go back to being an unknown person. So one of my favorite parts was actually the dialogue between him and Andrew Garfield, where he said, "Yo, you was from Queens, you was saving people, man. I thought you'd be black." And then
That's
Andrew
a fact.
Garfield literally said, "Sorry." He was like,
Yeah, when they had that moment, I was like, see, this was the part where, you know what I mean, a little black man could have swung across the screen or some shit.
"It didn't need to because what he said was enough." He said, "I'm sure there's a black Spider-Man out there somewhere."
You know,
So
okay,
that
Vi.
right there, I was like, "That's gonna be Miles Morales' intro right there."
Nah,
Because
I was too busy being bitter. I missed that.
oh, nah, that was such a dope part. I was so
No, I remember that part, but I probably sucked my teeth like this is supposed to be the part where you saw that Jordan hit the scene or something like, come on, man.
and it was fitting because with Jamie being the only black one, he was the only one that could say that to bring that out.
Yeah.
So that was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, listen, his character had a super glow up. Like I don't know if you remember how he looked in the Amazing Spider-Man, but
They even said it. They was like, "Yo, what happened to your comb over?"
he glowed up crazy. And I guess as Electro having a glow up,
hmm
I could respect it. I could respect it.
So you asked me if I cried. So the three times I cried was when when Aunt May died.
Okay, first.
The second one was when MJ looked exactly like Gwen when when P when Tom Holland's Peter Parker went to go try to save her and missed her, and it
Oh yeah.
immediately looked like Gwen again. So when Andrew Garfield saw that, that was his redemption. Remember, he
Hmm.
said that he turned dark and he was bitter and he
Yep.
killed. Like I don't remember if he said killed, but he said I turned bitter, and it's not a day that goes by that I don't regret. And I felt like when he went to save her and actually saved her, that was his redemption because you
I caught that.
yeah, when you saw it in his face, it was almost like I cried, man, because it was like,
Nah,
oh
B.
man, I feel so happy for him. And then of
Man up.
course the end, like nobody remembers him, and to see for a second I thought Zendaya and Dude was gonna kiss. I was
Yeah, that was
gonna,
kind of
oh, that's so wrong.
I thought it was going there for a second too. I ain't gonna front.
But he put the note in the back pocket, and then it was just like, he said goodbye to the people he loves. Like that, I felt that, man. I felt that. Oh
So
man,
you
I'm
think that's
gonna
it?
cry again.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do
Come on,
that.
come on.
Get you a little tissue or something. Come on now.
All
You think
right,
that's it or what?
change the
Think they're
subject.
gonna bring it
Man.
back?
I'm actually
Tighten your shit up.
I'm getting a little.
Tighten your shit up.
All right, all right.
Tighten your shit up. Come on now.
It was a great love story.
You know what? Shout out to my man Rob. He hates Marvel.
Who's Rob?
That's one of my guys. I don't know if you on my Instagram, but the dude I always show his sneakers.
Yes.
He hates Marvel.
What they do to him? They ain't like.
He just hates Marvel because he thinks everything is a love story and he don't like that shit. So it's funny that you say it's a nice love story. That he hates that shit. He's a DC guy.
Oh, so he doesn't like a good story then.
Damn, we ain't gonna do this, man. Rob ain't here to defend himself, man.
I'm just calling like.
Shout out to
Bro.
Rob.
The best DC something was Tim Burton's Batman and Christopher Nolan's. Like,
Listen,
tell me where I'm wrong.
they got another one on the horizon. It looked like
Yeah,
it's gonna be half decent.
Robert Pattinson. I'm a little upset of who they picked for Catwoman, but we're not gonna go there. Like, I'm a fan of hers. I just wish she was darker in skin, but we're not gonna go there. She's comfortable black, but we're not gonna go there. Let's move on.
Oh man, listen, man. All in all, Spider-Man, No Way Home, out of 5 stars, I give it a cool 4.5, just because ain't nothing perfect. What say you?
I mean, given what you said, ain't nothing perfect. You right,
No pressure, nah. You
Nah,
know you want to give it a 5.
it wasn't enough diversity, so it wasn't perfect. Like, I didn't even see a lot of colored in the background. Like, I mean, ain't this New York? What's going on?
That's a fact. Times Square, you ain't see no Negroes. Now that you think about it, that's a good point. How many Negroes was on screen? 1?
Which one was that? Zendaya?
Jamie, that's it.
Oh, yeah. So 2 then. Zendaya.
So Jamie took up all the Negro budget?
we had 2 spectrums. We had the light and the dark.
Word,
like
man.
nothing.
Damn. What's my man name? The goofy friend?
I don't know, but he checked off the 80s.
Flash.
Oh, so since you read the comics, I was told that Flash becomes Venom in the comics.
Nah.
Yes. Flash becomes Venom in the comics.
Eddie Brock is not Flash.
There's 2 different Venoms. Eddie Brock.
See, I stopped reading
and
after a while.
Flash is another one.
I stopped reading after a while, man.
So, boom, check this out.
Here we go. Now we in the 90s slang.
So, when it comes to the whole, I just feel like the next time we come back to Spider-Man, now he's alone. Nobody remembers who he is. As you see, he has to take a GED because, whatever happened with his school.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a time jump. And we're going to see Flash went to MIT. So he's going to get all this. He's probably going to end up working for some kind of company or whatever the case may be. And if you watch the end credits, this is just my hypothesis. Some way, somehow, Flash is going to be working for somebody. And then they're going to go to the jungle or something. And that's where we're going to see the goo. And it's going to end up becoming a part of Flash. And so when Flash comes back home,
yo,
what?
You killing this shit right now because
some way, somehow, Flash isn't going to remember Spidey, but Peter's going to remember him. And so he's going to, act like he knows him, and maybe he'll bring up some stuff from the past or whatever. And he's going to be like, how you know that? Because we used to be friends and all this other stuff. You just don't remember.
Yo, you are bodying this
saying,
right now.
I can kind of see something like that playing out.
Did you see the latest Venom? No? I didn't see it neither. That's why that end credit, now that since we here, that first scene, the first end credit scene, I was confused because I wasn't sure how they was going to tie in Tom Holland with the new Spider-Man. But now that you say that, you're good.
But then also, I didn't see the second Venom, but it made sense because Eddie Brock being at a bar and then being told of what world he's in because he has a whole alien inside of him. Nothing can really surprise this man. So he's just like minding his business. He's not trying to fight nobody. He's just getting drunk. The fact that the goo was left makes sense when he goes back to his universe because the question was always, if Venom is a part of Spider-Man's universe, how are you going to tie this in? And that was a great way to tie in Venom by just leaving
Nah, you
some good.
buy.
But also now we no longer need oh, what's my dude's name? The one who plays Venom, Tom Hardy. We don't need
Tom
Tom
Hardy.
Hardy now because.
But they got him out of there though.
But if you look at it, the way they did it was Tom Hardy left the goo and went back into his multiverse.
Right.
So now when you do another Venom for the next Spider-Man movie, it could be a totally different actor now. Because you just
I think they left a lot of room to play
yes. That's
to maybe include Tom Holland or not. Excuse me, Tom Hardy or not.
mm-hmm. And even Tom
Yo, you really just tied that whole shit in. Like I was totally confused. I was listening to the banter as people walked out of the theater,
mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Yeah, you don't remember the part in Venom? He ended up in Mexico." And I was like, "Okay, I see where they was going." But I didn't. The ghoul when we were supposed to be hype.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's where they go.
you're good.
And then also
You're
if
good.
we do a time jump, think about it. The time jump can be after college, which makes sense for the Flash scenario, but it also would make sense that now you have totally new actors. It
Yo,
makes sense. You could keep the same
nah,
storyline.
Tom Holland's coming back though.
I don't want him to. If Marvel's not going to be a part of it, don't put no mustard on a man's jacket, man. You gonna mess up his whole everything he got going on. He was in Avengers. Like, I mean, think about something.
Word.
Think about something. If you're Tom Holland, you done worked with so many greats under the Marvel umbrella.
Right.
To now go to Sony, what y'all gonna do?
It's not the same, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like you went from the number one team to now playing for the Milwaukee Bucks or something. I don't know.
Wait. Don't ever try to do that again, all right? Don't ever try to make a sports reference again. Because the Milwaukee Bucks actually just won.
So what's a bad team? The Wizards?
You could have said the Knicks. You could have got away with the Knicks.
Don't disrespect my team.
That was the winning reference though. You missed that.
Nah, I'm a New Yorker.
All right. Well, listen, I got your point though. I'm sure the people will get it too, but the Bucks reference didn't hit the mark.
I apologize for all the Bucks fans out there, especially since they won a game last week.
So listen, you still ain't give me your score though.
Nah, I'm gonna have to go with the four. Well, you said out of 5 stars,
Yep,
4.25.
that's fair. Under why you gotta go under?
Like,
Nah, 4 3/4.
yes, that's what I meant. I'm on my
All right,
Star Wars shit. Damn, what?
4 3/4. I'm with it.
Four and
I'm
three
with
quarters.
it. So you have it, man. Spider-Man No Way Home, regular Mike, 4.5 stars.
Yeah,
Vibes Film Reviews, 4 3/4. That's a good grade coming from you.
yeah. Also, I thought it was dope what they did with the final credit scene. Did you watch WandaVision?
Yeah.
So you already knew after watching WandaVision, the very last episode, based on how they ended the credit scene with her meditating the way that Doctor Strange meditated, she was
That's
going to be part.
some other shit was happening.
Not even she was going to be part of the multiverse, which was Doctor Strange Part 2.
Yep.
So now,
I'm not thrilled about Doctor Strange Part 2 though. I ain't gonna front.
why Doctor Strange? The first one was really good.
You know what? I see Doctor Strange as like a good like wingman. Like I don't see him as a good like I don't see him as a good go-to guy. Like he's a hell of a co-star to me. Or, like he brings a certain element to the Marvel movies that's great. But by himself, he didn't maybe I gotta watch it again.
Okay, so this is what it is. You don't understand Benedict Cumberbatch. You don't know his filmography.
Now we going to the actor. You going there?
My dude, there's certain elements to these things. That's what I'm saying. People look at movies with one eye. Like there's many different lenses to have when you watch these movies and even these actors. This man was Sherlock Holmes. Did you not watch Sherlock Holmes the series? That's why you saying that. That's why you think he can't carry nothing. You bugging, B.
No, I'm not talking about the actor. I'm talking about Doctor Strange. Like I was never like
His
Doctor
rendition
Strange.
of it is why he can carry it as the actor. Just like,
He did his thing.
yeah.
He did his thing. I'm not gonna front. He's a great, like he's irreplaceable in the MCU universe. In the MCU, I'm not gonna say MCU universe because that's not how it go. Anyway,
You don't see
but I
Doctor
just
Strange as an Iron Man, but just like it's almost like not a mirror, but they have the snarky comments,
right.
very dry, witty banter. the high level of confidence due to their
Mhm.
intelligence, and they had money. Like they are
I see
this,
the parallels.
yeah, they are pretty much the same.
I see the parallels.
Except one was more of a womanizer than the other.
Iron Man was a womanizer. All right, Iron Man had honeys. You're right.
All
You're right.
right. Like
Doctor
literally.
Strange was about his
He
business.
was slurring it out in every movie up until he was ready to be with Pepper.
Listen, man, that's how it is. You know, you gotta get your shit off, man. You know how it go.
Yeah, all right.
Iron Man's one of my favorites too. Iron Man's top 3 for me. Batman, Spider Man, Iron Man.
Okay. So you like rich men. Got it.
You know what? You know what? I said it before and I'll say it again. I could be Batman. All I need is a few dollars. I could be Iron Man. All I need is a few dollars.
And some training.
That too. But you know, the money is probably more important. You know what I'm saying? The research and development is very important between the two of those guys.
Well,
Spider Man, I've been trying to be bit by a spider for a little while now. It ain't been going well for me. I'm gonna just stay away from that.
well, I hear you. But oh, one more thing. William Defoe, the one who plays Goblin. I'm
Yes.
sure you've seen it. It's been all over saying how the only way he would do the movie is if he did his own stunts.
He did his own stunts?
Yeah, that was the only way that
That's
he would
fire.
do the movie.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That's fire. Willem Dafoe is a great actor.
I think the fact that him and the dude that plays Doc Ock, how they came back and they looked exactly the same.
Botox is a motherfucker.
Not even, yeah, well, that, but it's almost like, I hope this don't come out bad, but I'm glad they didn't die. I'm glad the Rona and the Omarion didn't catch them or nothing because
Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Film Reviews out here killing people.
I'm just saying it wouldn't have. This movie
Wouldn't have been
wouldn't
the
have hit.
same.
It wouldn't have because it's not like it lived or needed the nostalgia, but it was the nostalgia of it that made it so great. That's why it's not my second or my first favorite. Because if you take the nostalgia out of it, is
What is
it
it?
is it still that great? And it's not.
Well, that's what made it great, though. That's why I
That's
give it
my
that
point.
nod
So because
because
of that source, it's in like my third or my fourth. I can't put it as number one or number two because there was no extra source with Civil War. It was more so all these movies collabing into bringing all these friends to have to pick a side that made
right,
that movie good. And then with Winter Soldier, it was the return of Bucky and everything that Bucky was doing. Like,
yeah, Bucky was a
and
fierce.
that's what I'm saying. And that's what made the movie so great. Black Panther, it was a movement. It was psychological as well as visually astounding. That's what makes it great. So that's why Spider-Man, this one has to come down. But don't get it twisted. Homecoming was official. Maybe because
Yeah,
I'm a Michael Keaton fan, I'm being biased. But that scene of the three of them in the car, Vulture, Spider-Man, and then the daughter, the girlfriend,
yeah.
that scene was so intense. There was many words not even being said, but a whole lot being told.
Nah, Vi's in her bag. You in your bag right now. You in your bag right
My
now.
fault, my fault.
Nah, stay in there. I like when you get in
I
there.
go down my rabbit
Pause.
hole sometimes. My fault.
Nah, that's why I see. That's why I called you because you be on your shit. You know what you talking about, man. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, thank you. But
Listen, listen. I before we wrap, because we don't want to waste people
of
time.
course.
That's just something I say. Pardon me. Infinity War is number one for me because the villain won, and that's rare. Granted, they say Infinity War and Endgame is supposed to be one movie. I don't look at it like that.
Okay.
So the fact that Thanos actually won, that was like unprecedented. Like, when does the villain ever win in the Marvel movies? So that's why I got it at one. And then No Way Home, you know what I mean? Queens, feel me? Spider-Man, man. What's the matter with you? But for a while, Winter Soldier was my tops. Cause Bucky was just
It was those
that
fighting
dude, yo.
scenes. The fighting choreography was amazing.
The choreography, the sound with the choreography, that was official, man. That was official, man.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well,
But yeah, man, I ain't gonna take. We have 44 minutes. I ain't gonna take too much more of your time,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
I
exactly.
appreciate you for joining me.
I don't want to drag it. I don't want to drag it.
I appreciate you for joining me. Y'all can go follow Vi at Vi underscore film underscore reviews
Yeah. Appreciate
on
it.
Instagram. I don't know how y'all gonna see this. Y'all might hear it as audio. Y'all might see it as video. I don't know how we gonna chop it up, but we gonna give it to the public somehow, some way, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Cool with that?
I'm with it. Either way.
So we out of here, man. Y'all know me, regular Mike, aka El Snacko.
Happy holidays, everybody. It's
Happy hot. This might come out next year. The way shit is going.
well, you know, I don't know what to say now.
Well, listen, man. Y'all be safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? Vod, thanks again. We out of here. Peace.
Later.